Hello, and yes, welcome back to another review, guys. Now, this is just going to be a bit of a short review because I don't really have loads to say on this film, to be honest. But nevertheless, hey, let's do it. Let's go over it. But before we get started, I just want to say to everyone who turned up to the live premiere of my big collaboration video last night, I just wanted to say thank you because it turned out so well. Everyone was so kind. And yeah, it was generally a really, really fun time. And I'm pleased everyone enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it. And, of course, once again, a big thank you to those YouTubers who turned up to do the collaboration video with me. That was so kind of them. So thank you. But yeah, today's video, a review of Outside the Wire. This is a brand new Netflix film. This is the first film of 2021 I've seen. And it's been a good 2 weeks between movie reviews for me. The last film I reviewed was Soul. There just genuinely hasn't been anything to come out that I wanted to review, per se, at the minute. So, and I was honestly debating whether to even review this one, but I thought, you know what, I'll come on here and review it. I don't want people to think I've stopped doing reviews, because it's been quite a big gap. So I thought, I'll come on here and talk about this film. It's a new release, why not? But I genuinely don't have much to say about it. The plot for this one I found very kind of flat. It started off really interestingly. I really liked the character Harp, where he's, you know, as the audience, you know, he's sort of done the right thing. And Anthony Mackie's character, Leo, kind of confirms that later on in the film, even though, you know, he was obviously, what he done in the eyes of his superiors was wrong because he disobeyed orders. So, which is why he ends up being put under Anthony Mackie's command. But from there on, the story just kind of doesn't really go anywhere that interesting. It takes you from one place to the other. And I honestly just sort of thought, I don't really care what's happening. I didn't find either characters were super likeable. I guess I didn't mind the character Harp out of the two. But Anthony Mackie's character Leo, I didn't find him very likeable at all. I found him kind of boring. And that's kind of how I felt about this whole film. The plot itself just was very flat, and the ending, the payoff, wasn't great. It done a very Michael Bay thing at the end, where it ended very abruptly as well. In terms of acting, I really liked the guy who played Harp, this Damson Idris, I think is how you say his name. He was really good in it. Anthony Mackie, you know, Anthony Mackie's sort of, the things that I've seen him in, I'm sure that there's some great performances he's got, which I haven't seen. But the things that I've seen him in, he always kind of tends to play the same sort of character. I don't think his range is particularly amazing at the minute from what I've seen. But he's fun, he's charismatic, you know, he is what he is. All the other characters on screen didn't really do much for me. It was all kind of just very flat, very one-dimensional. The look of this film was cool. I love the design of the robots, I'll say that. That was one thing I noticed where I was like, that's really cool. Instead of being these skinny little robots walking around with guns like you see in most films, they were kind of like more beefy soldier ones with padding. I was like, that looks kind of cool. That's a bit more unique. And yeah, I guess the film looked good. But other than that, it came across as a very generic Netflix action movie where the cinematography was very average. The score was your typical boring action movie score. And yeah, I think the film suffered from being too long, and it's only just cracking under 2 hours. It's, you know, it's only 1 hour and 50 minutes if you take off the credits. So it's not too long, but I think it still suffered from being too long. I think this film could have done 1.5 hours, and it actually would have helped the film out a lot. Yeah, and honestly, that's all about I have to say on Outside the Wire. I don't really think I disliked it because there wasn't anything I particularly hated about it. I thought it was just a very middle-of-the-road, one-dimensional, boring kind of film, where the narrative just didn't push a nearly 2 hour long movie. I'll give this film a 4.5 out of 10. If you've got a couple hours and you want to watch a new 2021 movie, because it's the only one that I'm aware of that captured my eyes at the minute, I suppose maybe watch this one, but there's much better things on Netflix. You know, Shia LaBeouf and Vanessa Kirby's new film from 2020 came out on Netflix, and I know that's a better watch. And Netflix just has a lot better things on there to watch in general. But hey, Outside the Wire, that's the best I've got for it. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.